Hey everyone, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. I'm your host, and you're watching Open. It's a live interactive program that brings the Bronx, New York City, straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Wonderful show lined up for you today. Leading things off, we're joined by the owner of a music and video production company, RWMVP. And he joins us to highlight the services that he offers with his company and to speak about his passion for music. Please welcome to the show, Ron Walker. Ron, welcome.
Thank you, Bob. Nice to be here. Thanks for having me on the show.
I understand you're on the ones and twos.
Actually, I have people that do it. I kind of retired from that for a while, quite a while, about 30 years ago. But that was my entry into the field, though, definitely.
Yeah. Well, it's like riding a bike. You know, you never forget.
Right.
And then you have those same people that call you back over and over all throughout the years, and you just provide that service. Well, anyway, give us a little bit of a background about you. I know you started off like that, but how did it come about?
Okay, I'm gonna go way back. I'm over
way back. Throw that foot out, take that
Actually,
Motown, step back.
Yeah, exactly. I love music, first of all, and that goes all the way back to like 8 years old. I learned how to play guitar, self-taught. And I actually got more involved in it, wanted to play saxophone. I took sax in school, in grade school, high school, all that kind of stuff, and actually excelled at it and switched from saxophone to guitar, which is now my main instrument. So I kind of did that, formed a group. We toured and did a lot of college stuff and went in Canada, some stuff like that for quite a few years. But actually it was in the 70s. I started a label with a couple of partners of mine called EP. It stood for Exotic Productions. EP was the record label, and it was in Buffalo, New York. And the first song that we actually put out was called E-Stomp the Funk, and it didn't do so great here, but it kind of caught on in a couple places. And then we did a song called Here We Go Again, which actually charted regionally. So that was kind of my first introduction into the field. So over a bunch of years, that kind of evolved. I currently am now a partner of 3 to Go Music, which is the record label that I now am a partner and primary CEO of, and also 3 to Go Music Alliance, which is a partnership of 3 partnerships that focus primarily in supporting our government agencies, both military and non-military, but mostly government agencies, both domestic and overseas. Assistance of Van Taylor. But I'm most excited about 3 to Go Music Label, which has been up for about 6 or 7 years. And of course, my featured artist is Celina Graves. We have other artists on the label, but right now I'm really hyped about her.
How'd you get linked up with Celina?
So actually, it's an interesting story. Celina's dad and I grew up together. He used to live in Buffalo, and his father, actually, Edward Graves, Celina's grandfather, was a minister here in Buffalo. Actually, a lot of my mother's siblings were preachers. So he was one, and we went to his church, and his son, Ed Graves, used to play bass. So we had this common music interest, although we never played together. So eventually he went out to San Diego, and he would stay in touch and send me these notes like, hey, I got this daughter, man, you got to hear her. I'm like, yeah, right. Because he knew I was doing it right. Everybody has the greatest singer in the world.
Right.
Turns out he was right.
Exactly.
She is fantastic. So eventually he convinced me to check out her social media, and that's kind of how it evolved. So we go way back.
That's good. That's good. You know, a lot of people hail from Buffalo. You got Jerry Bledsoe, Hank Spann, Frankie Crocker, Gary Bird, a lot of DJs, and you probably know all of them.
Yeah, I know quite a few of them. Imhotep Bird, actually, he received honor at the Buffalo Music Hall of Fame, which I happen to be a member of also, class of 2011. The group that I had founded was the Exotics, and back in '81, we had a song that was extremely hot called Springtime Love, charted both in the UK, Japan, and locally, it was #2 on the charts. We couldn't quite move Evelyn King out of the way locally, but we were #2 for like the whole summer. It was pretty cool. So that was kind of, I know a lot of that community. And of course, most recently the tragedy at Tops Market, which was less than a mile and a half from where I grew up.
Yeah.
So Buffalo
How community faring from that right about now?
It's really tough. I rode by that location. It was last week. It was actually just before the holiday weekend.
Yeah.
And that memorial, when you see it on TV, it really doesn't do it justice as to how involved the community is in keeping the spirit of those people alive and not forgetting what happened there. So
yeah,
we're reeling, but we'll be okay.
Did they put any things in place to try to prevent that?
Yeah, that was something that was it was unforeseeable. I mean, you look hindsight, and you have somebody riding 200 miles to scout out a location for days at a time, and actually befriend the people that he's planning to kill. I mean, that's a special kind of evil. So we are, since that time, it's heightened alert on everything. So we'll see what the new normal is. But so we're still getting over that.
Hey, Ron, tell us about the services you provide with the RW music production.
Yeah, RW Music Video Production, which I am the owner of also, we do primarily event management, concert promotion, sound reinforcement kind of engagements. Last year, we partnered to do, 2 years ago before the pandemic, a summer concert series at the Buffalo Central Terminal, which is a historic venue. That place is absolutely beautiful. Is being refurbished now, so we couldn't host any events there this year because construction is so involved. But for those that remember the movie Thurgood, when he's in the terminal building, that is the Buffalo Central Terminal where that was actually filmed. So that was pretty cool. So I do weddings. That's kind of a small part of what we do in regards to lining up the appropriate entertainment, whether it's sending DJs or
it's big for the bride and groom though, because they can drive you crazy.
Right.
They're like right on it. They want you to take that, and they don't have to worry about it anymore.
Exactly, and that's what we excel at. We do, of course, corporate events, whether it's organizing presentations and venues, securing venues for them to have offsite meetings and that kind of thing. So it's a wide breadth of event management type services, everything from sound systems to live entertainment.
That's great. I was going to go deeply involved, but I know we only have a few more minutes, or about a minute or so. What sound do you use? Just hit me real quick on that one.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
what type of sound system do you use?
Oh, we have everything. QSCs to PV. We go from literally, I think it's on the website, 2,000 watts, 500 watts, all the way up to 50,000 or more. And we bring our own power, clean power, and all that.
That's what I like. That's what I like. Any project on the horizon? Anything coming up that we should know about?
A couple of things. The big thing is the release of Celina's project, Westside. The single is out, but the CD, which is rare now that groups release, unless you're a major artist, you don't hardly release a full CD. Everybody leaks a song at a time and milk as long as you can, nature in the industry. But we really were committed to people getting a sense for who she is. So we kind of stuck to the gun, saying, nah, we're going to release the single and we're going full boat. It either works or it doesn't. You want to get on board, but you want to find out about her. That's it. Also, for the Buffalo Pine Grill reunion, which happens annually, it didn't happen during the pandemic for a couple of years, but this year, the group that I still perform with periodically, eLife 7, which stands for Enjoy Life 7 Days a Week. If you want to know what Life 7 is, that's what that is. But we're going to be backing up Mr. Tom Brown for that show.
Woo! All right.
Yeah.
We should take a trip up there and have some fun.
Yeah. So that's kind of the fun side. I don't get to do that as much as I would like to now that I'm more in the business side, but I still try to stay sharp.
And it's all on the website, right?
It's all on the website. Go to 3togomusic.com or RWMVP, stands for Music Video Production, RWMVP.com.
Yeah. Ron Walker, RW Music and Video Production. Ron, thank you so much for joining us, and you're always welcome back, man.
All right. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
You've got a seat at the table. We'll take a break. We got more open coming up next.